Hi guys, I've got an 2016 XC90. So what I've done is both the rear doors had seized and I couldn't open them from the outside or the inside. I tried some techniques that have been shown online and they worked a couple of times, but then it just seemed to reoccur quite quickly after, maybe even the same trip. So I've actually taken the door panels off and shown you. I've done it all already, so I kind of did it in reverse, shown you, but tried to do it in sequence so you know what's happening. But yeah, if you've got a problem where the rear doors or any of the doors aren't working properly, as in, you know, you can lock the car, and you can hear it audibly locking, but the door handles won't work, this will fix it, hopefully, unless the mechanism's totally broken. Volvo are charging for the new mechanisms $450, and then it will be $900 to replace, which is what I was quoted, you know, so it's ridiculous. This has fixed it. It saves. At one point we had the kids climbing in the boot, kids climbing in from the front, so this has helped us, you know, drastically, saved us a load of money as well. Tools you need. Sorry about my sniffing all the way through this. Got a cold at the moment and it's not great. This is the tools I used. Ideally, you want a plastic, like splunge, kind of tool that takes trim off, so you can do it without. But I used the widest I could get, flathead screwdriver. It worked without damaging anything. Just be really careful. Obviously, I'm not a mechanic, so you can't hold me responsible for any of this if you damage anything. But that is what I used. Socket set, a socket. 7mm for the bolts on all the doors. I got an extender because there's a couple of bits that wouldn't reach, and a socket wrench. Also a Torx piece, Torx bit T20, just for 2 bolts that are in there, and a pot to store all the bolts in. And then at the end, WD-40. And I also managed to release. So when it was happening, I had to climb in through the front, release. I managed to do all this with the door seals closed. What I worked out is it was really difficult to remove the inner door panel until you slide the rear seat all the way forward, which then releases a bit of space for the speaker to move about, and then you can literally, what I did is I managed to pry it forward a little bit, twist it so it was kind of seated on the floor, and then I reached this screwdriver back and released the mechanism, and the door opened. I then continued to spray it all and put it all back together. But that's what I've done, and then I will show you from here. So hopefully this works for you and saves you a bit of money as well. Okay, cheers. I just got a flathead screwdriver and managed to remove this rubber piece here. Obviously if you've got the plastic like panel remover thing, then use that. That's what I had to hand. So there's the 2 Torx bits. So the one that I'm using is a T20. It's just the one I had to hand. I'm thinking it's working, so I'm pretty sure it's a T20. And then it's just a plastic trim. This is what starts off taking the door panel off. Basically hides the screws along with, you know, the rubber piece that we took out. So I'm putting mine back together, but you'll unclip this to allow it to come off, and then it's got these clips. They literally just clips that pull out, but you need to be careful you don't snap them. And at the end, this small thin end, it slides into the door like so. So you need to be careful that you just pull it out, not pull it. You pull it that way towards the inner door, and then not out, and don't pull it more, it will snap. So I'm just lining these up, but you'll be prying off. So what I did is I got a flathead screwdriver, very carefully put it in here until I pinged out this first bit, and then I pull. So you'll do there's kind of a 2 here, so 2 clips, but maybe one smaller one there, in there, one here. When you get to the end there, you're just sliding it out. Okay. So like I said earlier, I try to do this video backwards, but show you in the sequence, so you know how you're going to take it all apart. So there's one socket bolt in there, 2, and then 3 just above the handle. And there's 2 more which I haven't put back in though, but down here. These hooks, there's so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 all in a line that are kind of down there. One at the bottom here. 1, 2, 3 here. They are the houses for these blue bits here. So what, don't forget, before you do this, you need to attach all the bits. And this might be hard with one hand. Find all the pieces. Go into this one, goes there. This into there again. Click, audible click. This one back into that little thing that you didn't need to take out. And then this, I thought you had to be all special, especially put it in. All you do, line up the square with the square. There's a little tiny hole at the back here, which the end of this goes in, and it all clicks in place. It's definitely probably easier with 2 people. Someone hold it nice and so at least have 2 hands. Like so, clicks in place, and then see in there, that's the door handle back in there. So then you get hold of this. So once you've removed the door panel, this panel, you'll then see the inner panel, which is connection. It kind of seals it all up. It's got quite a lot of bolts. As you see, I've removed quite a few. They look like this, and what you'll need is a 7mm socket set to remove them. So then I'll just go ahead and do that. As you can see, I've released the door now, and there's water dripping out. It's a known fact, a known design flaw with these Volvos, and the water gets in behind, and then the mechanism that I'm going to show you is seized. They did upgrade it and had a plastic cover on the newer ones. But obviously, when you've got one which hasn't got it, this issue happens. So I'll just continue removing this, and then you'll see what I mean. Okay, I think that's all of the bolts off. You've got some extra ones around the speaker, but it looks like it's coming away. Just make sure that any cables that are connected aren't snagging. And you kind of lift it up, he says. Make sure I haven't missed a bolt. I think what it was is you need to release all the cables in their crocodile clips. I removed the speaker cable from the other side, which frees up a bit of play. And I took that one out, I don't know why. Oh yeah, I forgot what it was. It's the window. So if you get to that problem, you don't just pull it, you pull it down, which the window will then release, which will be on the window. It's clipped around. So you should see it's starting to move the window now. With this mechanism, that is inside the small circle on the window, which I can get in focus. there, and you just unclip it, and the window will then not be controlled. Lower it down for a minute, and then from the back here there's a couple more cables. Don't need to remove them if you can support the thing like I am with my foot. So then you can see down the bottom quite a bit of water. I'm going to push the window all the way up, continuing to support so the cables don't snap. This is the mechanism in here, and what happens is, let me just grab a screwdriver. Watch this window, let's pop down. If you can get a bit of wood or something if you want to top it up, keep it there. So inside these mechanisms, but in here, that metal bit there, it seizes. So all that metal mechanism, it rusts or seizes with the water coming in. So what I did, and it seemed to work, nice can of WD-40, not much left in this one, hopefully it'll be enough. Good shake. Spray it up. I need to get a new can, but to spray that up, making sure everything that you see metal gets a little coating to ensure it's not seized. I'm gonna get another can, but I'll leave it there. I ran out of WD. Got a bit of chain lube from my motorbike. Gonna spray some of that in. Hopefully it will reach. It's dry lube, so it shouldn't hopefully drip too much. Although it is. That's that. Then what you do, make sure this rubber seal is on the right side so you can get hold of it again in a minute. So that's all there. The window's back up, but you will need to lower it down as it's doing itself. I'm going to put this down a minute. So what you need to do now is angle it in, get that mechanism back in the hole and push it back up, and you can slot back up and off you go. Might be worth giving that a little wipe out. So there's drain holes back there. As you can see the hole, the light there, but it's not ideal. Doesn't work for the best. So as you can see, it slots into the groove, back in like that, window in there, which allows the mechanism to go up and down. I'm going to prop you here and show what this will be like. Push it back up. Like so, pushed up. Then all you do is the reverse of what you did when you did it. Undid it. Line up the holes. One for one. Two for two, etc. Go all the way around and do them all up.